What are you here, Luna? You're such a beautiful girl. You're such a beautiful girl. Good evening, Rosanna. How you doing? Rosanna said hi, Luna. I know you got kisses for Rosanna. I know you do, huh? And another one, and another one. My goodness, you're so sweet. I hope you had a great day, Rosanna. Luna and I did. You know, Rosanna, one day you're going to have to come up on the panel. Oh, I'm sure that she'd give you plenty. Nah, Luna, you're just a kissing girl, ain't you? Yeah, you's a kissing fool. You is. See, though, she doesn't give them up for free. Uh, no, don't give them up for free. You have to take them. Hello, Mark, way up. Luna, Mark said hello. Oh, there you go. Hello, Colleen. Hope you had a great day. Welcome. Rosanna, Mark said hi to Mark. Mark says, I think Luna would like to come up and chase squirrel. Oh, I'm sure she would. She likes to chase him here. Hello, Lori. Hope you had a great day. Chocolate Chip, hello. Hope you had a great day. Thank you all for coming in. Lori said hi. Oh, I know. Oh, that was you just cleaned off your bottom lip right there, darling. I know. She is a cutie. Hello, Dana's Wanderlust Crochet. Hope you had a great day. Did I miss you? Hello, bud. Lori said hi, Dana. There he is. How you doing, bud? Thank you for coming. You got to get to Stanfield, Oregon. Well, have a safe trip. You took a much needed break from YouTube. I hear you on that, Colleen. Lori says hi, Bud. Bud says you're welcome. Lori said hi, Colleen. You know, I put the link there, Lori, if you want to come up. That would be nice, Rosanna. Luna says that would be nice, huh, Luna? Yeah, that would be a great time. I would hang out with Rosanna and Emily would scare me. Happy Lux, good evening and welcome. Colleen says hi, Lori. Mark says Phila, Oregon, Dana's Wanderlust. Chocolate Chip says hi, Lori. Bud says hi, Lori. Mark says hello, Bud and Lori. You live in Oregon City, Dana, but you drive truck. Chocolate says, Chip says hi, Happy Lux. Lori says hi, Chocolate Chip. Speaking of which, oh, there's my snack for later. With chocolate milk, of course. But of course, you know, chocolate milk. Bud says hi, Mark. Chocolate Chip says how you doing? I'm doing great if you're asking me. How are you doing? I hope very well. Mark says he lives over in Sumter, Dana. You like chocolate milk? I hear you on that. Is everyone say hi to Miss Laurie?
Hi, Grandpa.
How
Hi,
you doing, hon?
Luna.
Luna, who's that?
Not feeling real good today.
You what?
Sorry, I'm such a mess. I'm not doing real good today. I just been sick all week, so
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
that's okay, hon. It's just a cold. I'll get over it.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
I
stay
had.
on. Not gonna stay on too long though, because I'm pretty whooped out.
I can
Dogs
tell
had
you,
me up at 3 a.m.
the older you get, the harder it hits you.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding. It's terrible. Well, my husband brought it. This is the first time I've been sick in a couple of years. So, but I guess, I just can't fight it anymore. So,
Everybody's saying hi, Lori.
hi, everybody. I can't see the
Even,
chat when I'm on here. So, Grandpa's going to have to let me know if you guys are talking to me.
even Luna loves
All of
it.
you that were, thank you, Luna. All of you that were at my live, I was glad to see you there. And I probably shouldn't have done that live because it was on like an hour and a half and I didn't plan on staying that long, but I'm working on my watch hours too, Grandpa. I'm getting there. I only need like 730 more.
There
So,
you go.
yay. Did you watch Terry's video yet?
I did.
Did you? Wasn't that cute?
It was. Hello, meeting at Grammy. I'm not getting everyone on the chat. I'm just getting what it wants to give me.
Really? That's weird. Huh.
Because I don't see Maniac Grammy on here.
Huh. I kind of had that issue on my live tonight too.
Oh, there she is, way up there. Hello,
Okay.
Maniac Grammy.
Chat's going a little faster than what you can keep up with, Grandpa. That's all. You're slow.
Yeah, see, I was trying to avoid that and get around it, but thanks, Lori.
You're welcome.
I'll remember to remind you of those things when I'm on your live chat.
That's okay. That's all right. We need a good live.
It wasn't YouTube. It was Grandpa moving like Uncle Joe at the junction.
Oh, Luna, you look pretty tonight, honey.
She is. She's a
She's
beautiful
so
girl.
pretty. I was just talking about her before you came on my live. I says, you guys should go check out Luna's channel. I said, she's so cute. And then all of a sudden, there you were. That was nice of you to stop in. I appreciated that.
Yeah, I'd taken a nap. So you caught me in between.
Yeah. I wished I'd have got one in today. These dogs have me up at 3 a.m. and I'm really dragging now.
See,
So,
Luna, bless her heart, she doesn't do that with me.
yeah, well, mine are still just little puppies really yet. So they're
She likes
anxious and
she likes to let me sleep.
yeah, well, mine are like, well, I got to go. So you're just going to have to get up and let me out. So that's the kind of deal I get. So hi, anybody coming in. I'm sorry I can't see the chat, but I'm glad you're all here.
Well, there's Crafty Yarn Owl. Hello
Hi,
and
Crafty
welcome.
Yarn.
And Bud Klein and Chocolate Chip Midhouse.
Yeah,
And
I got
Lisa
those two.
McNamee, hello. Rosanna. Maniac Grammy and Lisa. Good evening.
Lisa,
McNamee.
I look horrible. I shouldn't even be on here, Grandpa.
Oh, you look fine.
I'm really a wreck today.
You're a sweet lady now, does it?
What's that?
It doesn't change the fact that you're a sweet lady.
Not at all. Not at all. Thank you, hon.
You can
I
look
feel
like
like
hell. You can look like hell and still have a good heart.
okay. Yeah, my heart's always been good. It's about the only good thing I have going for me. I was going to go for a haircut this morning, and because of the dogs, I didn't go get it. I have a baby shower this weekend for my granddaughter, and I don't think the haircut's going to happen. I'm just tired of it being long in the back. I want it off.
Yeah, my son's band is going to have a concert this weekend over at his house.
It's always something. I was hoping that I'm sure hoping I get feeling well enough to go to that baby shower. I don't know. My granddaughter, I don't think would forgive me if I didn't make it to my first great grandbaby's baby shower. So
I bet you can read that, right?
yes, thank you so much, Rosanna. You're sweet. Thank you, thank you. We all know who the sweet folks are, don't we, Rosanna?
Rosanna.
It was so nice.
Rosanna's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
as well.
Oh, I really felt miserable this week. And then when I went to check my mail today, I had a box out there on the stoop. I got a Happy Mail today, and that was so nice. Sure kind of helped perk up my day a little bit, you know.
A Happy Meal?
A Happy Mail. Somebody sent me 8 skeins of yarn and a nice little anchor charm. And what else was in there? Whole bunch of stuff in a box she sent me. Yeah, we send each other Happy Mails through the mail. Do I have a link?
You, Lori?
I don't know anything about links right now. I don't even know how to do them. You could just go to Lori's Crochet Corner if you want to look me up.
Yeah,
or
I
just,
don't know.
Just
I don't know how to... Go
is
ahead.
my icon there? Is my icon on there, Grandpa? You can just click right on my icon if it's there. And that'll take you right. I would love for you to run my run some of my playlist. Oh my gosh. If I could get everybody to run my playlist, this would all be over. I wouldn't have to worry about this stupid watch time now. That's crazy what they make you do on here, guys.
Oh, there's still a lot more to come.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I made a sale today too, so that kind of made my day too. So that's helpful because we've been going through some rough times here. So my husband's working 3 jobs and we're still barely making it. He worked for a big company that just threw him out to the curb, you know. And he
Yeah,
should be retired, but they took his retirement away. They let him go 2 days before his retirement. How nice.
That's
So it sickens me. It sickens me. We see each other for a couple hours or not even 2 hours a day. And he comes home. He drives at night to Pittsburgh every night. So that's like from 12:30 to 7:30. He sleeps till 12 noon. He gets up and he goes to work at a shop all day until 11. And then he's got to drive all night again. And that's what he does every day. It's sick. He's 63 years old, Grandpa.
wow.
It's going to kill him. Hi,
There
Dooley.
should be laws against things like that.
I know. I mean, and he was good to that company. He gave his all for that company, and I just can't believe they did it to him. And you know, we couldn't sue because they could, you know, these big companies know how to cover their butts. So there was not even any sense. So, hi, Dooley, you cutie. That's another pretty doggy.
Good afternoon, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
Meeting at Grammy said she had a blast. I know she's been out and about.
Ah, I haven't been out and about in a while. My doggies are laying here sleeping right now. They were all over me during my live, Grandpa. I don't know if you. Oh, did you see him?
I've seen one up there with you before I left or before you left.
Yeah. Little rats. I figured I'd do my live. I was sitting in my bed. I figured they wouldn't be jumping all over me like they do when I'm out at the table, and they were just freaking all over me.
Yeah, good,
so I don't know
good luck with that, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll try that again. They like to be part of the show, though. They do. Everybody always says, "Where's the dogs? Where's Dash and where's Sadie? We want to see them." And they don't leave me be until I pick them up and put them in the camera. Thanks, Rosanna. But
here comes another beautiful lady.
Oh,
there's Marshmallow. Luna.
Marshmallow.
Hi, kitty.
Hi, Terry. I know you're there.
I'm on my mobile. My son's computer crashed.
Oh no.
My books and everything's on there, and I'm trying this. I cannot see the chat. I see what y'all are about on the mobiles. I can't see any chat.
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, you can't see chat when you're on the mobile, and I can't use my computer either to do this. So
this is driving me nuts. I've tried recovery. I've tried everything. My books are on there, my children's book, and I'm hoping I emailed it to myself, but I can't even get into that right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've been freaking out for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I would freak over that. So, sorry, Terry.
It's one thing after the other, but there's Marshmallow. Say hi, Luna.
Hi, little Marshmallow.
I mean, it's cool to be able to carry my cell phone and stuff around, but I can't see the chat and everything. I can't see Terry. I can't see it, Grandpa. I'm blind.
Rosanna says hi.
I love you, Miss Rosanna. I miss my computer.
Yeah, so now you know what I go through on here, Terry.
Translate for me.
Terry, Marshy.
Who is that?
Mark, way up.
Mark.
I think Bud's on here too.
Hi, Mr. Bud. Look, there's Mark on there. Look, Grandpa.
Look at that
eye. I wish you'd go right now.
Maniac Grammy, thank you so much for coming in. Stay safe.
But I just wanted to drop in. You doing okay, Grandpa?
I am.
Good.
How are you doing?
He stopped in on my live, Terry.
I
He did?
tried to get your live. I tried. That's when I realized my computer crashed. The blue
Oh
screen
my
of death
God.
trying to get to you, sweet lady. I was
Oh,
so
that's awful. Boy,
I'm okay.
I hope you get that figured out. I'm
I'm
not going to get
hoping.
my issue figured out till I get a new computer. So,
Yeah,
but I'm not
I
going to
got.
lose anything because it was my dad's computer. So anything lost will be his.
Oh
But
lordy,
Sister
terrible.
Terry.
Hi, sis. Hi, Bud, Mr. Bud. I don't. Everything over here is moving in slow motion. I don't know if I look
Yeah,
like that or I'm moving in slow motion.
yeah, you
Hello.
are. I watched your video, Terry. I like that was cute.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the bucket
I watched
list.
Marty
Thank you.
Marty Glover says he wish he could help.
Thank you, Marty. I wish you could too. It's just one thing after the other. I'm so
Oh, what is all that noise?
too. It was Dave. I'm so
Hello.
Wow.
One big fan. You need to
Hi.
mute and mute on your YouTube side.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever met you before, but hi.
You need to mute and mute on your YouTube side.
I don't think I've ever met you before. How are you?
Hold on a second, Terry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was
One
had.
big,
See, mine did that too, Grandpa. Remember when I got tried to get on my computer? What do you do
yeah.
about that to get rid of the echo?
You have to go on the YouTube side and mute. See what I'm saying?
Go on the YouTube.
Yeah, because when you're on StreamYard, your YouTube side is still running. So
Oh,
you need to
okay.
go on the YouTube.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I see.
And if
I
you're
know.
Okay.
listening, and that's what you need to do. You need to go on your YouTube side when you come up and mute the volume on that.
Yep. I'm famous for that one.
Oh, it's
I
true.
can't
It's
do it.
damn true.
I can't do it now because I don't
I
have a
can't,
chance.
I don't know how I can't get StreamYard on my computer, so I can't wait to get a new one.
I have my old laptop in there where I wrote all my books a decade ago, and I'm trying to update it where I'll have something. Um, so we shall see. But I lost all my YouTube stuff as
Oh,
far as
my,
pictures and stuff. Hi,
that
Grandpa.
would totally, oh, that would flip me. Oh, Grandpa, look at those eyes.
I feel
Oh
like
my
a
God.
little bitty person. I'm on my
That's enough
phone.
to make you cry. Just enough to make you want to cry.
Oh, Grandpa.
What How you doing, Krista Pam?
I was missing that look. I hadn't seen that in a while.
It's all
Hey, you can
here.
come up anytime you want, Mark. You don't have to have a mic and a headphone. You just have to
Is
mute on the YouTube side.
it Mark way up?
Yes.
Yeah.
I dare you, Mark. I triple dog dare. Come on
Come on,
up.
Mark. Come on, Mark. Now, come on. Let's go. Come on. I
What
know
is
Terry has never had anyone have to ask her this before, but I wish she would speak louder. Speak louder,
Yeah.
Terry.
Is it my volume? Hang on.
Crafty Yarn Owl says we don't scare very easily.
I'm
Oh my
sorry. You
goodness.
can't hear me?
I
Hello?
I can hear you, Terry.
Hello, can you hear her now? Hello?
Hello, Grandpa. Can't, Brandon, the computer crashed. The blue screen of death. I worked on it for almost 2 hours. It's gone.
Oh my my.
My YouTube pictures, and I'm hoping my manuscript. Excuse me,
Terry.
Grandpa.
Finish copying.
No,
Yes,
it's
you might.
Friday. What?
Can you get a little closer, Terry, so I can see you?
I can't see anybody. Can y'all see me?
I can see you.
I feel
Hello. Can you
stupid.
see me now?
There,
Uh-huh.
there's Grandpa.
Hi, Grandpa. I'm still here. Help me. I'm so
Hello.
Anybody out there? Hello.
Oh my goodness.
There we
We
got
are not.
Johnny Cash
Oh,
Hello.
Johnny Cash is here.
and
Is Mason here?
Yes, I'm right here.
we have
Hi,
one big
Johnny.
hello, one big
Oh my
fan.
God.
Yes,
Hello.
I'm right here.
You got
We have
Hi,
one big
Johnny.
hello, one big
oh my
fan.
God.
Hello. I'm right here.
You got
We have
Hi, Johnny. We got all that time.
okay. Whatever you mute on your YouTube side.
Okay.
It's I Big Fan. Or One Big Fan.
On your YouTube side.
What was that about?
She's.
What did you do? What did you do,
Now
Mason?
Terry's doing it.
Well, Terry's having issues because she's not on her computer.
I'm trying to get this
Her computer crashed.
2-decade-old computer to go up. No, it's dead. That's why I can't see the chat. I'm not being rude this time on purpose, people. I can't see nothing.
I'm doing this on my phone.
Yeah, and I can't see chat on my phone either, guys. So whoever's there, hi.
On
This
this.
This big touchscreen computer died.
Yeah, I'm hoping for one. I hope
Grandpa,
Santa
what you
Claus
been up
brings
to?
me one.
Santa Claus. I have a chimney,
Grandpa.
but he's guaranteed to come here.
I think our Santa Claus is really broke, so it probably, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Grandpa.
Now where'd Johnny go? What's
Go,
going on?
Mason.
Hello, one big fan.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, it sounds like you got it.
Hello.
My golly, I believe you got it.
I can't even see it or hear it. What's going on? Tell
Well,
me
we
how
can-
to work it.
We can't hear you. What the problem was before is when you come on, you need to mute the volume on the YouTube side.
I did. Or I thought I did anyway.
Well, it's all good now.
Okay.
Hello,
Terry, did
Susan.
you get your computer going?
I only wanted to pop in to say hello, introduce myself, show a picture, show a face, but I'm not going to stay because I never have anything to say. So I'll talk to you guys later. I just want to give you that visual.
So we know what you look like now, see?
Absolutely.
So, is that your channel name? One Big Fan?
Well, no, but for you it is.
The sound is
I am your one big
very
fan.
sketchy.
Terry, I love you, girl.
Did you hear her, Terry?
No. Terry's frozen. There she is.
Terry.
Terry's breaking up.
Terry.
Yeah, she's having troubles tonight.
Yeah, I see that.
Is that Miss Lori?
Yeah.
Terry.
What are you on, Terry? Are you still on your phone?
Calling Terry. I love you, girl.
I'm on.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she's having lots of troubles.
I'm gonna drop back in chat. See you in a minute.
All righty.
Jerry's frozen.
Oh no.
Yeah, she is. She's froze as froze can be.
Everybody freeze.
Freeze frame.
That was a good song.
Hey, Grandpa.
Now you went and woke up Luna.
Oh no.
She wants a
Luna wanted
treat.
a treat. Luna wanted a treat. Oh, and
Yes.
another. Oh,
Can you do StreamYard from your iPad? Like, can I come on here with my tablet or no?
I believe you can. I don't know.
That's a good question. I'd like to even try with mine sometime. But mine is ancient. I got one of those fire, what do you call the this stupid
Kindle?
thing? Kindle, yeah. I don't even know how to use it.
I got an Apple iPad.
Look what Mike wrote.
Aw, Crafty Yarn Owl's giving Luna kisses.
And Mike
Jerry,
wrote.
we lost you.
Mike. It's so cold out there. His flame on his lighter froze. It's 34 here right now, Grandpa. We're supposed to get snow tonight. We're supposed to get 3 to 6 inches.
And we're supposed to tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Well,
want
Johnny
to.
Cash. Johnny Cash has left the building. There he is.
Hello. Hello,
I
I'm Johnny Cash.
I just hide in my video.
Yeah. Terry took off. Where'd she go? But I'm going to have to go too, Grandpa, because my husband's going to be calling from work pretty quick, and that's really about the only way we communicate. So, and then I'm going to hit the sack because I'm really tired out tonight. So I hope you all have a good night.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, Miss Lori. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you for stopping in my live. I appreciate it. You guys all have a terrific night. I love all of you.
Much love to you.
You too, hon.
Night.
So, Grandpa, what you been up to?
And then there was 2. Yes, fall is done, Mike.
Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, what?
So, what you been up to?
Not much, man, since I talked to you last.
We're ordering pizza tonight.
You what?
Ordering pizza.
That sounds good.
Casey's Pizza.
Luna, Mark wants a kiss.
I like Luna.
Luna's a sweetheart. That's her way of helping me maintain a clean camera lens.
How long have you had her for?
Almost 3 years.
She getting old?
Nope, she's gonna be 5. You have a good
She
night,
don't bark
Crafty
as much
Yarn.
as I thought she would.
Excuse me?
She don't bark as much as I thought she would.
No, that's only when I get her going, you know. I got to get her wound up. Tell her, I'll get you. I'll get you. I'm gonna get her. Oh gosh! Here comes. Here comes. All right. She's such a sweetheart.
What'd you have for supper?
I had macaroni and cheese with chicken in it.
Ooh. That sounds good.
Big hugs to you too, Crafty Yarn with Darla. Hope you have a great evening.
It's 5:35 where I'm at.
6:35 here.
Is it really?
Yep.
So you guys are ahead. It's dark here in Iowa.
It's been dark here since 4 p.m.
Really? What times it get dark?
About 4 p.m.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Daylight saving times I hate.
Yeah, because when it gets dark, it gets colder.
So where'd you get that flag?
I got it online.
Oh, that's right. You told me that American one you got online.
Yeah, I got all of them online.
Yeah, I gotta get me an England flag. I consider that hat one kind of a flag. This
Make sure when you do, you buy American. I mean, it just doesn't sound right if you buy an American flag from China, you know. Susan said yes, wet, cold, and windy. Yeah, Mark, when Luna gives out the kisses, she does them right. 35 there, Mark? Well, Luna, we lost Mason too. My goodness. Oh, 335. Okay. Oh, Luna girl. Oh, Luna girl. Susan said hi, bud. You think it's a bit strange that you can from people from the future? There you go. Oh, Terry's coming back again.
I don't know if I'm on here or not. I give up. Anybody see me? All I see is this big old window. Ah!
Did that answer your question?
What does this say, Brandon? I can't see this computer. This is the old one. What is it doing?
Webcam has. Oh, just close that. Okay. Then
It's
press
in,
X.
okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Grandpa. I can't see this very well, and I cannot see the chat, so.
I'm back.
Well, Tim's in here, so if he says anything about you, I'll let you know.
Who's in here?
Tim.
Kim.
Tim, hairballs?
Oh, Tim. I thought you said Kim.
Tim, Tim.
I'm back. Rick.
I'm going deaf and blind.
Mark says hi, Tim. Tim said hi, Mark. How you doing there, Tim? Hope you had a great day.
Okay.
So you're on a computer?
I'm on that old computer that's like over a decade old that I wrote all my books on, and it doesn't work very good.
Oh, I know. It makes you look 10 years older, hon.
It's because I am 10 years older. Does it really?
Mike says I have an old flag. Doesn't have all the stars. That's cool. Mark says, how near are you to an Amtrak station? Geez. I believe there's one in Portland, Mark. So about an hour and a half away.
Can you hear me, Grandpa?
Mark says, Terry again. All we can see is your tonsils. Uh-oh, now I'm froze up. Nope. Terry, can you hear me? Do you have a regular flag and a Native American flag? That's cool. Terry, you're froze again if you can hear me. Luna, we lost Terry again. I was in Terry's car in her last video? No, I didn't know that.
I'm
Oh,
back.
Mason.
Am I leggy?
Am I what?
Am I leggy?
No. No, I think the weather is causing a lot of trouble on the web tonight though.
Damn weather.
Yeah, see it's so cold Terry froze.
She gonna join back in or no?
I don't know. Mark says I told Terry bucket list is going to Maine on Amtrak. Want to meet up with Luna and it would be cool to see you too, Grandpa. Yeah, it would be cool. Terry stuck with her fingers in her mouth, Mark said. I'd like to take a train trip. I think of
Me
all
too.
the travels, if I had the time, of course, if Luna could go, a train trip would be the most fun. Hey, Kentucky girl, how you doing? Hope you
Hello,
had a
Kentucky
great
girl.
day. Thank you for coming in. Luna, do you want to give Kentucky girl a sweet kiss? Oh, there we go. 3 of them. Gosh, KG, you were lucky
Hello, Kentucky
on that,
girl.
huh? Mark says hello, Kentucky girl, and Mason said hello.
Damn tablet.
I do, Mark. I do like the Mustangs that year, especially a 68 fastback.
What, Mustangs?
Yes.
Yuck.
You don't like Mustangs?
No,
The old ones are cool.
I'm a Chevy fan.
Yeah, me too. But to me, they're both good cars if you take care of them. Kentucky said, "Hey, Rosanna."
I'm leggy on my end.
Rosanna, was that you on the live stream there earlier? I know that's terrible for me to not know what you look like. Kentucky girl said, "Hey, Mike."
Yeah, that's better.
You rode the train all over when you were in the service? I think that'd be a great way to see America. Well, Luna, we lost Mason again. Well, thank you, Rosanna. I do appreciate you popping up. Now I will know next time. You remember riding your uncle's 65 Mustang when he got it brand new? That's cool. Yeah, what was that they called? Bud had a 65, huh? They call it 64 and a half. Years ago, I did own one of those, what they call it, a Mustang Pony. It had a really small motor. Mike says hi, Rosanna. Yes, I do appreciate you popping up, Rosanna. You could come up on the chats and chit chat. Oh, you looked fine, Rosanna. Yes, they were made of steel. I remember when I was in the military, I had an old 48 Chevy Coupe. Yeah, I know, and I know how it is. It's very, very frustrating when you have computer problems. Very frustrating. That'd be one of the things on my bucket list. Getting a different computer.
Is that better?
Yeah, Mark said, Kentucky Girl said, I like old cars. They're very beautiful. They are. Amtrak just started running when I was in, and they gave us discounts to ride, much better than the bus. We could get beer on the train. You know what? If I owned a business like that, Mark, the military would ride for free. But you know, that's just me. Rode your grandpa Studebaker?
What's a
Yeah, I was
Studebaker?
telling Mason the other day, my first car that I owned was a 59 Pontiac.
Was it 3 on the tree?
No, I can't even think of the name of it at the moment. I did see it online here the other day. It was
Le
a big
Mans?
beast. I seen it online on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, GTO.
It No, what are you talking about? Weren't a GTO? They didn't
That
have a
Pontiac.
right, but they didn't have a GTO in 1959.
Oh, what did it have for a motor?
It was a big beast. You're asking me questions about something when I was like 18 years old there, Mason. It had a big motor
Mm.
and it was a beast.
Yeah, Flowmasters are loud.
Yeah, Rosanna, she's having computer problems. Kentucky Girl said hi, Susan. Susan said hi, Kentucky Girl. Mike says I flew everywhere in the service to basic training. Had to take a bus from Alabama to Texas. Crossing the Mississippi River was an experience. Mike says, I bet, Mike. Susan said hi, Rosanna. Kentucky Girl said, I wasn't here yet when that came out. Yeah, that 59 Pontiac was the beast. Wow, your first car was a 36 Dodge?
What the heck's it? Oh, I know what a Dodge is.
Yeah, that 48 coupe I had, that was quite the beast.
What was that? A 4 two-door?
It was a straight six. Mark says, well, it cost about $10 to run from the base to San Diego, only 20 to Los Angeles. Mike says, was the longest bridge I've ever been on. Are you heading out, bud? You have a good night, my friend. Bless you. Much love. Susan said good night, bud. Mike says Highway 10. Mark said good night, bud.
Darn chair.
Yeah, we got bad weather on quite a few parts, Marks. People having trouble with their internet, and Terry's got computer problems. Her regular computer crashed, I guess.
So she gotta get a new computer or what?
Excuse me, Mason?
You have to get a new computer?
That or a different iPhone.
That
You had a
iPhone she's got.
56 Studebaker? Wow.
What's a Studebaker?
You don't know what a Studebaker is? Well, that's one of those things, Mason, you'll have to look up. They're
I know what.
they're quite a different looking car. I think it's a I think Studebaker was a gentleman that worked for Ford.
Found on the road, or found on the road, dead repairs.
Hey, Kane, how you doing?
Ford stands for found on the side.
Yeah,
of
I
the
know.
road, dead.
I got my mindset on Thanksgiving because it's my birthday the same way. Susan said it was a nice car. And Veterans Day is Monday.
Is it really?
Mark says, I remember Grandpa banging around in the garage on his Studebaker. You can't do that with these computer run cars anymore. No. Yeah, yes, I am, Kane. Served from 75 to 78 with the 82nd Airborne.
Yeah, I got a friend that's got an old 87 G10, 350 4-bolt main.
Yeah, they started making farm wagons and then went to car. What wasn't Studebaker an employee of Ford, Tim? Mike's first car was a 72 Saab 99 and then bought a 75 International Scout that had a 345 V8 in it. Oh, you're very welcome. It was my honor.
Grandpa.
Oh, we lost Mason again. You know, it's weird. This shirt that I'm wearing, it's kind of a bluish purple, but on here it's showing a bright blue. Are you heading out, Mark? If you are, thank you for coming in.
Had to see what my folks wanted.
Hello.
Had to see what my dad wanted.
Oh. Yeah, Mark says it sure amazes me that I can talk to people 3,000 miles away. Yeah, that is cool. Mike's current truck is a 2003 Dodge Ram 2500 with the Hemi, and it has a Flowmaster 44 on it. I bet you it does, Growl. Susan said, yes, it is, Grandpa. So what have you heard, Susan? I've had people, Uncle Ed, I think, was saying the other day we're supposed to get a nor'easter here. But they said that a couple weeks back, and we never really got anything. But it's cold enough now to snow. Yeah, Mike, I remember a motor they were putting in the Challengers and the Chargers back in the 70s. It's called a 446 pack. Thank you, Mark. No, I believe someone told me it was Veterans Day Monday. I could be wrong. Nope, it is Veterans Day. So that we always have a Yeah, when you see all the furniture and car ads on TV.
Hey, Grandpa,
Hey, what?
I reached 100 subs on my channel.
Well, there you go. That's cool.
Can't do no live streams though.
Well, that's too bad,
They said
Tater
I did.
Terry. I'm sorry. Much love to you, girl.
I can't do live
Yeah, we
streams.
got a nor'easter, but it was rain and high winds. That's what we got here, Mike. Mike, you're the gentleman from Fairfield, aren't you? We're saying this time here is supposed to be snow.
What you drinking?
Coffee. It was from earlier today, and it kind of tastes like pencil lead.
Oh, Grandpa, you're funny. Shoot.
Then I go to the Wata. Ah,
Pizza's here, I think.
there you go.
Well, I think I'm gonna go get me some food, so I'll be back after a bit.
All righty. Terry says, I can't see the chat. Okay, Mason. Enjoy your dinner.
I will. See you in a bit.
Terry says, I can see the chat well, and everything is blurry. You can't see the chat well. Mike says, yes, you can, Mason, but you have to be on the computer and use your webcam. You know, living in Maine for as long as I have, I got over a half a tank full of kerosene, so I don't care if it snows for 3 days, Luna says, I got my dog food, and my daddy's going to get me more tomorrow. So we'll both have plenty of food, and we'll both be warm, so we don't care. Yes, Mark, it is the 11th. I checked. You can listen like the radio. Well, bless you, Terry. Marine Corps birthday on the 10th. Well, happy anniversary to the Marine Corps. Outstanding bunch of men and women. All service people. I know, Luna. I know. Quit picking on you, right? I know. You're such a good girl. Such a sweet baby. Daddy loves you. Yes, Daddy loves you. Rosanna said, hi, Mike. As long as you're prepared, you're good. That's very true. Like I said, yep, Luna's got to get her scratch time. Huh, baby girl? Oh, I know. Oh, I know. That feels so good, doesn't it? I know. That feels so good. Mark says, we just finished our last Costco stock-up trip. Now we're stocked up until April. There you go. I'd like to do that, Mark. I really would. I'd like to go in the fall and get what I needed. Though I would go out and get things like milk and stuff like that. It didn't take you long to eat, Mason. And wood backup, yeah, I need to. And I saw one the other day too for $20. There's one of them, one of those stand-up kerosene heaters. I need to buy one of those because my kerosene heater in the house here runs on electricity. Yes, exactly, Rosanna. That is a comfort, and I need to have that. You have a wood stove? Yeah, they're good for cooking too with that, and put a big kettle of water on top of it to keep moisture in the air. They want to. I'm renting where Mark says, "Hoorah!" I'm renting, so they won't let me have a wood stove here. That's another one of those things online here that you can get. Luna, come on, sweetie, come get a treat. Come on, good girl. You can get online pretty cheap. It's a wood stove. Oh, well, you gotta show everybody when you give me kisses. Yeah. Oh my, I know. Mike says you have to pop out chat from YouTube to see the chat when you're on the panel. Yeah. Yeah, I do that a lot of times anyways, just because sometimes one lags behind the other. Which is weird. Mark says, I miss the days when all I needed was a rack in the barracks next to the chow hall. I just had to go where they told me to go. So simple. Yeah, it was. Yes, that came up on the YouTube side about 30 seconds before it came up on the StreamYard side. Mike says, yeah, it was, Mark. You can hook it to the general store up the street. Yeah. Yeah, we have what they call a convenience store about geez, maybe about a football field away from where I live. And you can get the basics there and then other things which are really expensive, but their milk there is really cheap. But it also spoils a lot quicker for some reason. You spent the summer stopping and stacking wood. Now we have 6 cords of wood ready to burn. There you go. Well, you must have a pretty big place, Mark, because that's quite a bit of wood. I remember living in a place that burnt wood, and we went through about 3.5 cord in the winter. But what nice heat that is, though. Yeah, I think I may check tomorrow or Saturday and see if they still have that kerosene heater. 'Cause I live in a. Yeah, I do like pizza, Mason. Pizza Hut pizza's all right. You know, when it comes down to the places go where you go buy it, I think the Freshetta or the DiGiorno is just as good. And they're definitely a lot cheaper. I'm not really big on going out to eat because of the prices. Much as we had an old antique stove when we first bought the place, when we paid the house, we blew our savings on a new Blaze King wood stove. It's awesome. That's cool. Wood stoves are wonderful, man. You can get those old antique ones here that are regular cook stoves. You know that what was the color of one I seen himself? White colored stove with like that ceramic on the outside, and it had two different sides. I think one side was for like cooking bread. Yeah, Mike, is that one of those convenience store, the Big Apple? Hey, Lucky Seven, how you doing, bud? Glad you could make it. I love you. No kisses, huh? All right, that's okay. It's okay. Lucky said hi, Luna. Give me. There you go. Yeah, I know the. I know the. Yes, I am the real Santa. Marks, we're 30 miles from the nearest town. AKA Suki, good evening and welcome. Your word will last until May? All right. I'm doing good. Mark says we burn the bulk in January when it's 20 below. Yeah. Yeah, Big Apple, Urban, and Irving. Yeah, the Big Apple is the one there that got robbed a few times. Mason says, hey, AKA, are you British? Do I know Luxembourg? No, I don't. Oh, I love this face. Mwah. I do. I love this girl. Oh, I know, huh? I know. Yes, you know where I'm at. Oh, brand new store this year. Yeah, see, I haven't been to that. Isn't that Route 134, Mike? you know where I'm at. So my nearest one is Cumberland Farms. Yeah, it's fine, Mason. I sent you the link there. Mark says he had a wood stove. All we ate were cold sandwiches in the summer, always too hot to cook. Yeah, I hear you on that. It is, but not too much. She got it sticking out on the other side. Mike says they have the best chicken fingers around. Oh, Cumberland Farms. Yeah, you know what else is good there? Is those macaroni and cheese snacks. Those are pretty tasty. Yeah, 104 and 139. Yeah, 134. Duh. Yeah, when I go to Waterville, I usually travel there. I like that. I like the road there that goes past the hospital. I like the ups and downs on it and the curves. I'm kind of eating right now. I'm stuffing my face with food, so I'll come in a few minutes. Yeah. Well, the only reason I said that, Mason, is you came on here not even just 2 minutes ago and said you wanted me to send you the link so you could come back up. And I said to the link, and now you're eating and you don't want to come up. You know, make up your mind, my friend. You ordered pizza and chicken wings from Domino's. Cool. Yeah, their pizza over there at Cumbies isn't too bad either, Mike. And if you want a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin, those are pretty good there too. And the subs there, two for $6. Gary, if you're still listening, I hope you get your computer problems figured out. I know how frustrating that can be. Tim says must be pizza night. We got Pizza Hut. Yeah, 3 people in the chat's having pizza. You know, I had my chicken and mac and cheese earlier. I got a pizza in the freezer. Usually when I get a frozen one, I put extra cheese on it. Why would you want to come to my house, Mason? I'd get you in trouble, young man. Jeans Market. Yeah, you know the Athens Corner Store does too, Mike. I don't know if you ever go up that way. They make them good and fresh. You know, I like a lot of them little stores when it comes to things like that. Like I used to do a lot of fishing in Emden Pond. Go figure, they call that a pond. And the store, as you turn the corner to get to the boat landings, there's a store there on the left that makes some excellent sandwiches. So you stop in there before you go fishing and get your sandwiches and your drinks. I remember they used to make a really good BLT. And I like a breakfast sandwich at any time of the day. You know, breakfast sandwiches are like pizza. You know, you can eat those at any time. I remember as a young man, I would wake up in the morning after, let's just say, an evening of entertainment and pick up a slice of cold pizza and have that. But I've never been to Jean's Market. Jeff, and I know, Mike, I know you've been to Big G's. Man, that place, they make one of the best sandwiches that I've ever had. And my favorite when I go there is a Reuben. But I've never seen bread like that before, that big, anywhere. You know, and they've had people wanting them to franchise, but I guess he didn't want to do it. Alana, good evening and welcome. Luna, Alana said hi. You want to say hi and give kisses? Oh, there's another. Oh, there's another one. Thank you, sweet girl. Maybe you'll go live at work tomorrow. That'd be cool. Alana says hi, all. Oh, she lives near the boat landing on Emden Pond. Wow, there's some beautiful houses there, Mike. I know right next to the boat landing, especially if it's right to the left. That's a beautiful place. Of course, there ain't no ugly place in Emden Pond. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of nice, you know, a lot of times when it comes to things like, not for regular groceries, because they're usually outrageous, but for food and stuff like that, man, you can't beat it. You have an Italian place that makes their own sub rolls, so good when they're warm. Yeah. Well, this place that I'm talking about, Tim, Big G's, their pieces of bread are like that big around, and they're freshly made there, and they have all different kinds, and their sandwiches are that big around and probably about 8, 9, 10 inches thick. Yeah, they do have great sandwiches, and everything there is big. They're whoopie pies. Hope you had a good day, Alana. Give So a big hug. Yeah, when I have my son's car and I go to Winslow's, I usually make it a point, Mike, to go over to Big G's. Another one I like a lot there is the one they call the Sea Pig, which seafood salad, Swiss cheese, and bacon. You're good, and So's good. There's the link there if you want to come up, Alana. Luna's looking. I think she heard the name So. Huh? Did you hear So? Oh, I know, huh? Luna thinks So is so good that she could start liking boys again. There's that tongue hanging out. Huh, Luna girl? I know, you're such a sweetheart. Yeah, you're gonna have to look me up when you come in this area, Mike. You ever do any fishing? I know that moose hunting started. A friend of mine works up at Kennebec Lumber. They last weekend they had them shut down on Saturday, so people could go moose hunting, and then they had them work Sunday. Oh yeah, Mark, she does. She gets her treats. You know, she gets a lot of treats anyways. That's one other thing I have to get her tomorrow. I have to get her Rachel Ray treats and then her Rachel Ray Nutrish uh, food. That's the only food that she's tried and will eat on a regular basis. You know, you read the ingredients, and this is really scary. You read the ingredients on the Nutrish brand dog food, and there's less ingredients and nasty chemicals in there than what's in our food. Ice fishing mostly. You know, I've only went ice fishing one or two times, Mike. I know that's a big thing. Though. I know a lot of people that have shacks, and you know, not just any type of shacks. They got bunk beds in them and heaters, and they go out there to have a good time. You know, I used to go, Mike, up into Lakewood and go fishing a lot there, but you know, there's not much fishing there anymore. You're still there, eating, Lucky? Well, thanks for listening. You know, I may have to throw that pizza in the oven later on just for a snack. You know, I don't have to eat the whole thing. I don't have a problem putting it on a plate and putting a bag around it and putting it in the refrigerator because it's just as good tomorrow. Heat it up. You know, some foods you can do that with. Found out you can't get chicken and stuff like that from a restaurant and then try to reheat that in the microwave or shrimp. Mike, you ever go to Ken's restaurant? I enjoy their chicken the most out of any restaurant around. Yeah, they get some nice fish, Mark. You know, unfortunately, years ago, someone thought it would be like in the really big lakes here. They thought it would be cute if they stocked them with pike. And now, unfortunately, a lot of times the bigger lakes, uh, that's what you get is the pike. Yeah, Mike, in the section of the floor you can open up. Yeah, oh yeah, they have it all set up to where it's insulated and everything else. You know the people I know, they do that mostly to go out there. They spend the night, so they go out there and party. And they get the whole family out there. You know, a lot of people I know they drag their as soon as the ice is sticking up, they drag their shed out there and then it stays until it starts thawing in the springtime. They do get some big fish though, and you know they do that on the Kennebec in Augusta there. Augusta and Gardner, they got that place in between them where they have all those shacks along the shore. But yeah, people get into that. I like I like going out on the water in the summertime. But then again, you know, it's just like I'm sure I would enjoy it if I went out in an ice shack. That would be fun. And I've seen people do that. There was a girl here from Maine that had a YouTube channel, and her family would go out and they would catch some beautiful trout. Mark says we used to fish here, but No shack, just drove the truck on the ice. Got cold unless you had some good stuff to drink. Yeah. Yeah, they use the shacks here, Mark, so they can stay out all night. And the game wardens come a lot of times. They come to the shacks and check and make sure you have your license. And as long as you have your license and you're not driving anywhere, they don't care. I really hated to see that show go off TV that was on there. I enjoyed that, Northwood's Law. Mark says, don't heat up the pizza in the micro, just eat it cold. Yeah, cold pizza is good. Cold pizza is like leftover lasagna, or leftover spaghetti. I think it has something to do with the sauce and everything aging. I'll still, if I once in a blue moon buy a steak, I will take and put it in the refrigerator uncovered for a day or two. That's just how they used to do it in the old days in the restaurant. They'd hang it on a hook in the cooler, because when they age it, there's a bacteria in there that does something to the meat that makes it very tasty. They don't do that in restaurants anymore because they're afraid they might poison somebody. Yes, cold pizza is yummy. Luna decided to go over in her chair. Mark says, we just used a chainsaw, Tim's World. I could never fit the boat in our hole either. Yeah, I've seen people do, that's how they used to do back in the day when they cut up for ice. They use saws on the rivers and on the lakes. There's still companies that do that. A couple of them here in Maine. Mike says, yes, melting. I did some years ago. That's fun. Yeah, that's what they do down on the Kennebec, isn't it, Mike? The smelting. I have a friend that's got a couple of snowmobiles, and he tries to get me to go out every year. And they got all the bells and whistles on it. There's heaters and everything else for your hands. And hey, Mason.
Hello.
Mark says, I've seen some of them ice shacks here. They're pretty awesome. Oh yeah, they have TVs and fridges and stoves. They are well equipped. I mean, if you're catching fish, you could live right in it.
That pizza was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna make that pizza. I'm just gonna have my Chips Ahoy's cookies and maybe a couple pieces of Halloween candy.
Sure. For dinner, that's it.
With a glass of chocolate milk, of course.
Oh.
I love me some chocolate milk, Mason.
Easy to farts. Oh.
Lucky said hi, Mason.
Hello, Lucky.
Mike says, did you see the episode of Northwood's Law? They were searching for two hunters that went out in a canoe on the Sebastian and flipped it. No, I might have, Mike, but I'm not remembering it too clear. I do remember seeing the one where the game warden had to shoot a bear that was by the interstate right down in Portland, where my son lives. One of those people what happened with them, Mike? Did they find him?
Darn window, door trim windows.
Mark says we used to all pitch in for pizza in the barracks, playing poker all night, then wake up the next day, roll over, and find a piece still in the box. Was great. Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
When
Grandpa.
when I stayed at Fort Bragg, Mark, they had a truck come around it in the evening. We called it the Roach Coach, and they had sandwiches and ice cold beer. You know, you name it.
Here's on my cards.
There you go.
Here's my Ford model. Hang on, let me turn my big light on.
Mike says I'm drinking chocolate milk right now. Oakhurst. Yeah, that is some good chocolate milk. I usually make my own, Mike, with Hershey's, but
Here's
the
my Corvette.
Oakhurst products are wonderful, anyways. Mark says funny. Okay, for people to slowly starve to death, but government is looking out for their welfare when they throw away food that might make them sick. Yeah, yeah. You know, McDonald's has always had that policy too. They found him safe. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You know, I'm sure by what you said, you watched that too, Mike. That was a good show. I'm not really sure why they took it down, but it was a wonderful show. I always liked it when they found the people jacking deer.
I like guns.
Mark says, I bet some wives up there don't know what goes on in those shacks. What happens in the shack stays in the shack, right? Yeah. Well, I don't know about the shacks, but I know a lot of people here, Mark, use deer hunting as a reason to go party, and they have a camp they go to, and then a few towns over they have a place called Solon Motel that a lot of them like to go to.
You know what kind of car this is, Grandpa?
I can't tell. It's blurry. Turn it over. Is that a Cadillac?
I think so.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
You knew one of those hunters, Mike?
Oh, it's an old Cutlass Supreme.
Oh, okay.
1978, 76. These are cool cars, matchboxes.
Susan said turn it sideways, but now we know what kind it is.
I know what this one is. Mustang. I believe. I don't know. Hang on. Let me look. 340. What the heck's a 340?
Mike says Soho where it flows freely.
This one's so tarnished you can't even see what car it is.
Exactly, Mark. It was cheap and hot, and the beer was cheap.
You know what kind of cars these are, Grandpa? What they call these?
What is that 1/8 scale?
Matchbox.
Oh, okay, Matchbox.
I think. I don't know. No. Put this back.
There's quite a few of those old ones that are worth a lot of money.
What, matchboxes?
Yes.
Are these worth a lot of money?
Well, it depends on what they are. You have to look them up. Those there, no. Those are just things that people can collect when they go to different states to say they've been there.
How about these?
Now there's some old silver spoons that are worth money from different states.
This worth anything?
Yeah. Yeah, well, if it was alive, yeah, you could pluck the feathers and eat it.
I probably won't get nothing for my Corvette picture.
Okay, you're sideways. There you go. Oh, Luna.
You've already been on here for 1 hour and 36 minutes and 29 minutes.
Yeah, hour and 36 minutes. I usually like to get it at least 2 hours, and depending on how it's going, a little bit longer.
Be nice if Terry would come up.
Mark says, "Oh, and old." Mark said, "Looks like a caddy." Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, Mark, a lot of the older models like that, a lot of them looked the same. I mean, back in the day, what was the difference between a Caprice and an Impala? About $500-600. Yeah, the Cutlasses that that are worth a lot of money now are the the 68. You had a guy in the barracks had an old 88, and he could cram 8 guys in it off the base. We would give him bus fare for gas money. That's cool. It was always fun going out with friends. Kind of had to watch out a little bit for getting in trouble. We always seemed to we'd have people that would leave for a few weeks and go for different training. Like, you know, a couple guys would go to ranger training and then come back, and you know, they'd want to go out and do a little partying. You got cans of generic beer for 50 cents each. Wasn't too bad cold. And after an all-nighter, a can of warm beer would help open your eyes. Yeah, it sure would. Hair of the dog. We always used to get that near beer.
I just switch over to my tablet.
Mike says, way back in '79, I was at Loring Air Force Base up in county with youth conversation corps, and in the basements of the dorms there was tunnels that connected to other buildings, and you found beer. Yeah, I'd like to be able to buy a place like that, Mike. I see that a lot of time online where people have bought old missile silos and stuff.
Oh.
Mark says, no, we're talking the real man's beer.
What's a missile silo?
Mike says, machine.
Got any plans for the weekend, Grandpa?
I plan on staying warm. We're supposed to get a storm here. Whether or not we get it, I don't really know.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just don't know about.
And it's hard to predict here in Maine. They say we're going to get 3 foot and we end up getting a couple inches, or they say we're going to get a couple inches and we get 3 foot. You know.
Who does your snow blowing?
My landlord does, and they don't snow blow. They plow.
They make a mess.
They push it into a great big pile in the end of the driveway.
Yeah, I'm sure they tear up the yard. Our snowplow guy always tears our yard up.
Yeah, it does. It usually leaves a pile of gravel
Mud.
and grass at the end of the driveway.
You have gravel or cement?
We have gravel in the driveway.
Damn glasses.
Yeah, I remember that, Mark. I had a girlfriend in California that had a '74 Corvette, and that would do that. You'd get down on the gas, and it would lower and then raise a little bit, and that thing would fly.
What would?
It was a '74 Corvette.
Side pipes?
Mark says, "Hey, getting in trouble was the most fun. Funny how getting in trouble was hand in hand with payday." Yeah.
I've got a car.
You what?
I've got a truck.
Cool.
It's,
Can barely hear you, Mason.
I've got a 66 C10.
Cool. Oh,
That's better. Grandpa, I see you.
and I see you. Your old scout would throw you back in the seat. Yeah, that Challenger I had would. And that was just a 318 two barrel. And that, the last vehicle I had,
Check that out, Grandpa.
too much light. Oh, that's cool.
It's a rock lamp.
Mark says, "Hey, sounds like a weather forecaster here." Yeah, they're never correct. Your truck you have will now also. I'd really like to test drive one of those Rams with the 800 horsepower motor. Yeah, you push the snow into piles that get 8 feet high all winter. Yeah, the one right at the end of my driveway is usually probably 8, 9, 10 feet high. Yeah, that we don't. My backyard doesn't get dry until probably end of May, middle of June. In the springtime, they call it mud season, and that's just what it means. You're on the highway. If you break down, you don't want to go to the right far enough to where your tires are off the asphalt, or it's going to sink. That's what I'd like to get a good pickup truck or a diesel van.
Hey, Grandpa.
Hey, what?
What do they call them mirrors that are up on the top of the door on an old pickup? Like above the door?
The
Because
what?
on my neighbor's Cheyenne, on a Cheyenne pickup, they have the mirrors that are up, kind of like angled up above the door.
I have no idea.
What do they call them?
I have no idea. I don't even know what you're talking about. I've never seen any mirrors up above the door.
They're kind of like angled, like up top.
Never seen them.
You have Facebook? I'll have to send you a picture.
You know, I would think that you could better see what's behind you. You have Stephen King's eyes. I've been to his house in Bangor.
You have Facebook, Grandpa?
Yeah,
I do. What's your
Steve-
Facebook name? I'll have to add you.
Stephen King's house is weird. Mike says my dad had a 75 Plymouth Fury, had a 318 in it. Used to drive him to work, to school, then pick him up after school. And I only had a learner's permit. Yeah, the old Plymouths were good cars. And a 318 is a good motor. I would compare a 318 to a 283. Very, very good motors. I had an old, what was it, a 78 Dodge Sportsman van that had a 318 in it. And that, you know, that drove kind of weird. I'd stuck some, you know, any kind of weight that you put on the back would make the front end real loose, and you'd flop all over the place. Wow, 3 on a tree on a 66 Plymouth. Wow. Hello, Alana. Welcome back. Mark says we usually get about a foot or two of water in our yard in the spring. Yeah. Yeah, the car wore up before the engine. I had a Subaru like that. Rusted everywhere, and I lost CV joints, and that thing had over 400,000 miles. Oh, excuse me. I've been checking out a couple of older cars, Mike, on that Facebook Marketplace. There's one that's I think it's an 82 Plymouth with 79,000 miles. One of those little 4-cylinder engines. What I'd like to find, and they have them every once in a while, is what they call them Winnie, the ones they did on Toyotas.
I'm still laggy. God darn tablet. I hate this tablet. Am I
Susan
laggy
said
on
hi,
your end,
Lana.
Grandpa?
What's that?
Am I laggy on your end?
No.
I must be on mine, because mine sure is laggy.
Yeah, what's your weather like there, Mason?
Cold.
Well, your Envoy has 278,000. That's a lot.
Could be our Wi-Fi. I don't know. Maybe I
Yeah,
have too many running.
There's a lot of crazy things going on with the weather.
But we're just gonna have to deal with it for a while.
Yep, ain't nothing we can really do about it, unless
Nope.
unless unless you know Mother Nature personally.
Mother Nature personally. Oh, Grandpa, what are we gonna do with you?
Hello, Dylan. How you doing?
Hello, Dylan.
Hope you're having a good one.
How's Luna's toy doing?
Oh, Luna's toy's all right. You want to come up, Dylan? Your old truck has 213,000 miles.
You ever owned a
Yeah,
car
you
with
know-
an 8-track player in it?
What's that?
Have you ever owned a car with 8-track player in it?
Yes. Eight tracks were weird. You'd be listening to one song and it would stop and click and then start playing over again.
No, I meant, did you have one in your 66 Chevy?
No. Mark says when your truck hits 200K, it's just broken in for the trail. Yeah, Susan said no internet wacky here too. Yeah, so it's. Mike says there's one of those mini Winnies for sale on Route 27 in Augusta heading towards Belgrade. Really, Mike?
You getting a cat here soon?
How much do they want for it? You know, you got a camper on wheels and you get like 40 some miles a gallon.
Grandpa,
Pretty tired from work. That's cool. I've been all right, Dylan. I hope you have.
you getting a cat here soon, Grandpa?
I might this weekend.
Good for you.
Yep, a little black kitty with double paws.
You gonna have him declawed or no?
No,
Luna should
no.
like it.
The cat's going to be with Luna, and if Luna gets too rough, I want the cat to be able to let her know that it's not okay. You know. But I'm sure they'll be the best of buddies.
Has she gotten along with cats before?
She doesn't. She doesn't like cats that are aggressive, is what I found out.
What'd she do to him?
She'll go after him.
Aye.
You don't know he was driving by? Like I said, I've seen him a couple times. On the Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I look at the marketplace quite a lot.
Route 27, doesn't that go up through Belgrade? Mark says, hello, Dylan. Saw your video. You're working hard in retail, huh?
There.
Yeah, and those old Toyota motors, those are another one that you'll get 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 miles.
Toyotas are junk.
Oh, not the older ones.
You know what they say about Ford?
Huh?
You know what they say about old Fords?
Yeah, I know the fix and repair daily. Like I said, I think Ford and Chevy both make a good vehicle.
Oh, here comes a Chevy Camaro SS V6.
Mark says first Beastie albums I owned were 8 tracks. Wow.
Hey, Grandpa,
Yeah.
you ever owned a car with T-tops?
No, my girlfriend did. That Corvette was a T-top.
What year was it?
74.
Stick?
No, automatic.
Oh, I'm sure that thing flew.
And with all the hills and stuff here, I wouldn't own a stick. Dylan
What
said,
kind of
yeah.
engine did the Corvette have?
Dylan said, yeah, yesterday I had a 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. shift, and then at random I had a chance to work at 7 a.m. through 11:30 a.m. and I took it because I wanted to work extra, and I have been working a lot. Well, that's cool, Dylan.
Hey, Grandpa.
Yeah,
So what was the car you said you owned, or that Corvette? What was it? You said it was an automatic, but what it have in it for a motor?
it wasn't my car,
Oh,
Mason. It was my girlfriend's, and I don't remember what it had for a motor.
what'd your Impala have, or that?
That was a 350. You're a cashier, Dylan? Yeah, I bet you that can be a
Darn it.
tiring job.
Fix my camera here, there. It'd be nice if Terry would come up.
Yeah, that's another reason, Mark. They need to be able to defend themselves outdoors. I get a cat, it's not going to be an outdoor one. My last one was, and he got hit by a car right in front of me. Now, I don't want to see that again.
Luna sleep with you at night?
Oh, yeah. Takes up most of the bed, she does.
You're married, aren't you?
Huh?
Are you married or no?
No.
Yeah, I've had a few ups and downs with girlfriends, but they don't stay with me. They end up breaking up on me. But it's
Yeah,
one of
well,
those things.
you're still a young man. Give it time.
Yeah, it's one of those things you just have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, 'tis the time of the year, Dylan, where it's going to be real busy. Your cat Simba got hit by, yeah. Yeah, see, my cat used to follow me around and I was across the street, and he was following me back over, and a car zoomed by and ran over him right in front of me and my son.
That sucks.
And he was the cat that acted more like a dog. He'd follow me around the block when I went for a walk.
What did you guys say?
What's that?
What did you guys say when the cat got ran over?
We were shocked. We didn't say too much at all, Mason.
That's too bad.
Mark says my grandpa's truck had an 8-track. We just finished around under the seat to find a tape, dusted it off, put it into play. Yeah, I remember I had an 8-track player that was pretty cool. It was like a little box that went together with snaps, and then you would unsnap it, and it'd be two really large speakers.
Have you ever owned a car with a CB in it?
With a what?
A CB radio. Like
Yeah,
a car with a CB radio.
My 2012 Chevy Cruze had a CD player in it.
No.
Oh, a CB radio? No.
I'd like to get me one, but I can't afford them.
You're going to work holidays, Dylan? Yeah, the stores here have been real busy the last couple of days because they're talking about that storm. And when they say there's a storm coming and everybody goes in and stocks up, they go crazy.
Grandpa should give me a CB radio.
I do have a police scanner radio.
Yeah, I need to get me a scanner radio. My grandpa's got one, but it's pretty much junk.
I don't know if I could do the retail work. Too many rude customers.
Did you hear that YouTube's updating their policy?
As far as what?
Anybody that's younger or is like younger or over, can't remember what the age they said, but anybody that's younger or over a certain age, they have to be accomplished by an adult to do live streams.
That actually sounds good.
They're cracking down on that.
Susan said I had a Siamese cat when I lived in Mass. She used to go with us everywhere, sit on my shoulder when I was driving one day, but she snuck out and the neighbor sold her. Wow. That's not a good neighbor. I think they need to do them restrictions on other things. You know, I was watching something the other day. You know, you have to be 16 years old in every state to have a Facebook account, but a girl can have an abortion at 12 years old without consent from parents. I find it very ignorant.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Mike says I have a DX 959 sideband CB radio. No one there.
I'd love to get me a CB radio, but like I said, I just don't have the money.
Yeah, no. Susan said no, Mike. CBs seem obsolete now.
I found one at Walmart for like $38, but it's expensive as heck.
No, he said for the major part, people were nice. The biggest problem is the people who come and want us to price match something. We can't price match, LOL. Someone tried doing that today and I had to get help. Yeah, and some people don't want to listen to when you tell them you can't do something.
Oh, Terry, what you gonna do? I think you need to come up on the panel.
I remember that song that you're talking about there. It's called Amy.
Where is Amy? I haven't seen her for a while.
I haven't either. Have you, Dylan?
I seen her on YouTube. She said she's gonna pop in, but I haven't seen her in a while.
Mark's wife used to work at Walmart. Christmas time was not her favorite time. She had to work one of the first Black Fridays. Was not good. Yeah. Yeah, see, my birthday's on Thanksgiving this year, so after Thanksgiving, I'll go up to my son's house and spend the night until my son comes home in the morning from work, because my daughter-in-law, her and her mother, they start in Augusta and hit all the different places on Black Friday. Man, they had some crazy deals then, though. Yeah, CBs were big back when I was younger.
See what I got hanging up over there?
Not really. Oh, okay. Dylan says, I haven't seen her around. I haven't been on a lot different channels lately, but I talked to her on Messenger about a week ago and a half ago. Yeah, the mukbangs, I've heard that, Susan, that they're gonna, and I don't I don't understand about the mukbang thing.
What's Mustangs? The Independence Mustangs?
Mukbang.
Oh,
Marx is very
okay.
ignorant.
Here's your hat.
I think Dylan says, I think I will be working Black Friday. Yeah, it'll be busy.
Grandpa, what do you think of my hat?
I like your hat. Mike says the big reason I bought the CB is for when I'm on a paper company road. If it's during the week, you need one to know where the log trucks are. Yeah,
It's pretty long, ain't it?
it is.
I don't wear it out in public ever. This is my home hat. Dang it.
Yeah, Dylan. I don't think I haven't seen Amy do a live stream in quite a while.
She used to do one every. She said she was going to cut back on doing that, I think.
Yeah.
Last I heard.
Yeah, that's true, Mike. You got to watch out for the log trucks.
What's a log truck?
A log truck. It's a truck that carries logs.
Oh. Who here wants my hat? I'll sell it to you. Just kidding. I won't sell it to you.
Yeah, every year, Mike, you see on the news where one of them come around the corner too fast and tip their load over.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. It's ridiculous. It's quite sad, but there's not much they can really do. I mean, it's either they save themselves or...
There is. They can slow down, Mason.
Exactly. They can save themselves by slowing down, but they don't.
You did retail, Susan?
Anybody that don't slow down is a numpty.
You had to do Black Fridays? Yeah. No, thank. I'm not. I don't like, that the mental health work that I did. You had to put up with people's bad behavior for 12 hours a day, and I'm not into that especially, out in the community. Dylan wants to know how you liked it, Susan.
Grandpa, you need to get a British hat like I got.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I told her, I said, well, 70-inch TV would be nice.
For what?
She said, well, something other than that. I said, well, a car. She said, well, no, something else. And I said, well, how about socks and underwear or pants or a shirt?
How about a hat from England?
Yeah, well, a lot of times, Mark, they get a lot of views on the mukbangs. The ones that I think that they really should have done something about is the ones that put something on their channel and just let it play all night long, and there's nothing going on at all. There's a picture or something, Mark says that's a big hat, Mason.
Thank you, Mark. I try not to wear it all the time.
I worked for a company, Mike, called ESM, which they have group homes all over the place. But the one I worked at for the last 10 years I worked there was up in Athens.
Where's that at?
in Maine.
Oh, what part of Maine you're from? L.A.
No, from Skowhegan.
Skowhegan, Maine. I'll have to look you up on Google Earth. Just kidding.
No, I never worked at Riverview. I used to go pick people up at Riverview.
What's Riverview? Nursing home?
No, it's a mental health facility.
Oh.
Mark says log
Yeah,
trucks.
I've been to a nursing home once, Grandpa, and guess what? They wanted to keep me.
Yeah. Log
They
trucks
kept
used
saying,
to own the roads up here in the mountains back when they were still allowed to log in our state. Now we have to buy our lumber from Canada.
yeah,
well,
Grandpa, it's 7 o'clock.
Canada here now, because of the tariffs, Canada buy lumber from here in Maine because it's cheaper than buying in their own country.
Hey, Grandpa?
What, Dylan? I'm trying to read the chat here, bud. Dylan said, as long as people eat like proper humans, I think those videos are okay, but I will not watch the videos that are dedicated to overstuffing, like watch disgusting mukbang videos if need to laugh. Susan said, yes, Keldor. Susan said, Bob Sporting. Mike says, oh, just wondering, I have a friend that worked there, Joe Roden. Okay, I don't, a lot of people, Mike, like I said, the last 10 years that I worked there, a lot of people I didn't meet because I just worked in one home. Mark says, my first job out of the service was a mini mart job. I failed because I couldn't figure out how to deal with civilians. Much easier dealing with Marines. Yeah. Susan said she liked Keldor a lot. A lot of things, Mark, was a lot easier in the service because you had guidelines to follow, and as long as you followed them, everything was fine. Mark says, I like food reviews a lot, Dylan, just not the ones where they try to talk and stuff, food in their mouths. Yeah, I watch a couple of gentlemen called The Bell Life, and I find them really funny on what they do. Yesterday, they tried to eat 5 Wendy's triples baconators.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and there's one of these guys, Trey. I mean, he's a really big man. Really big.
Mm-hmm.
And he ate 3.5.
Oh my God, he's a champion. I had to take this hat off. I'm hot.
Young said it's hard to socialize. Honestly, I have a hard time properly speaking sentences. Yeah. Dylan says definitely, Mark. I do. I like it when they also do the spicy things, and they did that that nasty Italian fish there in the can.
Yuck. Italian fish. Yuck.
And then they did the 1,000-year-old eggs.
How can people? I'm surprised they don't get sick doing that.
I don't know. That's like I've watched people. What do they call it in the Philippines? Balut. Basically what it is a rotted egg, rotted duck egg,
Oh,
with a half-developed duck in it.
gross.
And I ain't eating nothing raw and nothing rotted. That's why God gave me fire.
Hey, Grandpa.
Cook that stuff, Dave. What?
You're going on 2 minutes and 15 seconds and 7 seconds.
2 hours.
2 hours, I mean.
Animal Papa, good evening and welcome. How you doing? Hope you had a great day. Thanks for stopping in.
I think I'm going to pop down in the chat, so.
All right, Mason. I appreciate you coming up, buddy.
Yep. Pound it.
Have a good one.
You too.
Susan said, how you doing, Animal Papa? You had stuffed grape leaves and jarda for lunch. Well, I've never had that. You know what? I'm thinking I go to a party at my son's house on Friday, and I'm taking his car home. I'm thinking I might have to find a reason to go to Winslow and go over to Big G's. Marx's co-workers didn't have work ethics, and I got in trouble for trying to show them what. Yeah, I know. You know, that started a long time ago, Mark, unfortunately. Myself, this is my personal thought, is I think America should be just like Israel. If you're able and capable, when you turn 18 years old, you should do military service. Mark says, hello, Animal Papa. Because if it didn't teach me anything else, it taught me to respect other people and to have good work ethics. Animal Papa says, I love starved grape leaves, but I'm not sure what jarda it is. Mike says, it's Lebanese food. It's delicious. Animal Papa said, hi, Mark. Mason said, you ever been to Denny's? I've had. They have a picture of Elvis and Johnny Cash when Cash played in Houston. That's cool. I do like Denny's. Of course, we don't have one of them close around here either. The last time I went to Denny's, because my son's band played in a town probably an hour and a half away from here, and I got the chicken fried steak, and they said, well, sorry, we don't have any white gravy. That's like going to McDonald's and want a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits, and them tell you we're out of biscuits, But anyways, I said, well, put brown gravy on it. Dylan says, hello, Animal Papa. I'm pretty tired. How are you? About you? A lot of times when I go out to restaurants, I'm disappointed. One is you don't get enough, and two, it's not all that great. That's why the few that I go to, I enjoy it a lot. Animal Papa said, Junior, the pets are good, Susan. Thank you for asking. Animal Papa said, hi, Dylan. I'm pretty good. But I do like going to Ken's, and I do like going to Big G's, and I think I may go over to Big G's. He went to McDonald's and they asked if I was there for the city council meeting. Okay. Yep, that's my. You ended up leaving. You're not into meetings. Yeah, I don't blame you. Why are they having their city council meeting at a McDonald's anyways? Mike says Zarda is a spice and it's placed on top of the pita bread. Cool. I do like trying different foods. All right, Mark. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Appreciate it. Much love to you, man. Bless you. Yep, I am going to make it to Big G's. Animal Papa says, I don't really have that problem in Brooklyn. They give you good portion and the food's good, but I still rather, yeah, same here. Well, that place I'm talking about, Animal Papa, you go in there and get a sandwich, and the sandwich will be between $7 and $9. But most people can't eat the whole sandwich. Mason said because they just built a new one. Oh, okay. Animal Papa said, take care, Mark. Then Mike, I might have to take and go to Ken's too. I don't treat myself very often. I go to Ken's on Saturday, and then or Big G's on Saturday, and then over to Ken's on Sunday. Susan said, "Okay, Mark, have a great night. God bless." You do love to eat, so don't I. So don't I, man. And I am I'm not bragging, but I am a good cook. I had to learn how to cook. I had raised 2 boys by myself. Oh, it doesn't look good. His face is all messed up. Its nose and its eyes gone, and it doesn't have a butt anymore. She's over. She don't want nothing to do with me. Poor little monkey. Poor little monkey. I'm very blurry on your end. It must be something to do with your internet. I'm not showing any problems here. Animal Papa said, Mike, I'm from Brooklyn, so there are a lot of Lebanese restaurants. I don't think I've ever had Lebanese food. Yeah, that is good food either place. Do we have any what, Susan, around here? We have a Ken's right up the road from me. And the Big G's is in Winslow. I'm surprised. I'm surprised McDonald's and Burger King are still around. No, Mike. My one of my sons works in South Portland in a Sullivan Tire, and then my other son works at the company I used to work for, ESM, which is another one of those sad things about Maine. He went to college for 4 years and got a bachelor's degree in business, and he makes more an hour as a mental health worker than if he worked in an office. He used to work for Social Security in Augusta, and he hated that. Hey, Kane, how you doing? You love Burger King and McDonald's? About the only thing I really like at McDonald's is the Quarter Pounder. You like McDonald's breakfast burritos? Yes, I was talking about that Big G's place in Winslow, Kane, and you get a sandwich there, like I said, between $7 and $9, and that'll fill me up. I go to McDonald's, I get 3/4 pounders with cheese and a milkshake, and it's $20. Well, thank you, Rosanna, and welcome back. I'm glad your daughter and granddaughter stopped over. Say hi for me. You like a Big Mac, but only once in a while. That is the only sandwich that they have, Animal Papa, that's made out of fresh hamburger. Everything else is frozen when it comes in. Yes, I've gotten a Big Mac, and I do like those. Animal Papa said hi, Rosanna. Rosanna said hi, Animal Papa. I know it's always nice when you get to see your daughter and grandchildren. Yep, I've tried a Whopper. I do like Whoppers. You know, I remember back in the day when my kids were still at home, they were doing Whoppers where you could get 2 for $2, and we used to eat a lot of them. You know, to me, that they just don't taste the same anymore. If I go get anything from Burger King, my main reason for going there is the onion rings. You know, I'm not that big. You know, we used to have a Wendy's, and unfortunately, they closed up. So the closest one is 15 miles away. I mean, I love a Wendy's double and a bowl of chili. Now that's some meat in there. I know, I agree with you there, Rosanna. I said I get to go to my son's for a party, but one thing about that is my granddaughters will be at my daughter-in-law's parents' house for the night. You kind of like daylight savings time? I do until it gets really cold, Kane. Because as soon as the sun goes down, it gets a lot colder. Mike's is 2 for $6 now. That's a lot of money, but not as bad as the quarter pounder. Rosanna said, I'm good, Papa. How are you? Susan said, hello, Grandpa. She killed the monkey. It still makes noise. It does, yeah. Animal Papa said, does anybody have White Castles where you're from? Not here. Not where I'm at. I got to drive an hour and a half to get a Krispy Kreme, Animal Papa. Susan said, hi, Rosanna. Susan said, Denny's. Yeah, we have Denny's, I know, in South Portland. Hey, Ingles family, how you doing? And welcome. Rosanna said, Papa, I don't know. I'm from Washington State. Animal Papa said, you're welcome. Glad to hear you're doing good. Susan said, never been that far yet. Here, just to Portland. Kane says, Susan, I love Mexican food, Kane. Rosanna said, Susan, hello. English family said, good, you? I'm doing great. Animal Papa said, hi, Newfoundland. The one thing I do like about Portland, especially in the old port, you know, you walk downtown and the streets are all cobblestone. There was, oh, that's right, Rosanna, there still is. There still is there on it's on the road there that goes by the little mall. But that Denny's is still there, and it's the old fashioned kind. Animal Papa said, hi, Alana. Newfoundland English family said, going to Portland tomorrow. Cool. And you do have many places to choose from. I went to one down there that does their pizza with one of those big ovens, the copper ovens in the wall. Rosanna said, hi, English family. The old port, yes. A lot of are you heading now, Kane? All right, Kane, you have a great night. Thanks, man. Bless you. Much love. Rosanna said hi, Alana. How you doing, Alana? You want to come up? If you do, fine. It's always great to see you. Yes, I do like it in the old fort. I like the stores. Mike says, "Wow, you going to Portland tomorrow? Are you passing through Waterville?" Yeah, I know. I wouldn't mind very much going to some place where it was warm, Rosanna, but then I wouldn't see my grandchildren that are here. English family said no, coming from New Hampshire. Do you know, Mike, whenever I drive through Waterville, I take the back road there. I drive by Wendy's, and I want to stop there too because we don't have a Wendy's here in Skowhegan. We haven't for quite a few years now. I mean, I think that's about the only thing that I miss about the bigger cities is the different places and choices you have in places to eat. Yeah, I hear you, Rosanna. Maine's a beautiful state. I have other grandchildren in uh, Florida, ones that I haven't even seen. But if I lived down there, then I wouldn't see the ones that are here. Oh, you got to buy a puppy from Millinocket? Cool. What kind of puppy? But I know what you mean, Rosanna. I got my kids and my grandkids and Luna, you know.
Couldn't
What up,
resist being
Mason?
away. Couldn't resist being away, so I decided to come back up.
There you go.
I like coming up on the panel, really.
Well, I like having you. What kind of puppy are you getting, English family?
I got a dog.
Yeah?
Her name's
What kind?
Bella. She's Beagle.
Beagles are cool.
She's pretty calm though. She don't do much like she used to. She's getting old.
I'm in Maine, Animal Papa. Yeah, they do have everything in Portland, Susan. Animal Papa said hi, Mason. Mike says you travel 8/10 of a mile from my house if you travel 104. Wow, that's cool.
What kind of dog you have, Grandpa?
You know what kind of dog Luna is.
Bulldog.
No, she's a boxer.
Oh. Was she the only dog you've ever owned, or have you owned more?
Nope, she's the only one.
She's such a sweetheart.
Mason said me too, Dave, but they all have their lives and they're all so busy. Yeah, I hear you on that. If it's not gymnastics, it's dance class or it's Girl Scouts. But what do you? Oh, Newfoundland. Newfoundlander, you breed them. They're a beautiful dog.
I used to have a collie.
No
many,
Animal
many years
Papa.
ago.
It's in Maine. Susan said, well, I will definitely be checking places all over if I ever finally get my Jeep finished. Maybe selling Newfoundlands, yeah. Hey, how you doing, Big Steve? Hope you had a good day. You sell them, yeah. They're a beautiful dog. I would like to raise boxers.
Oh, Grip, I don't think I ever showed you my chair, have I?
Your what?
Have I ever showed you my chair?
I don't know. Show me again.
I'll show it to you.
Rosanna said Steve,
Hang on.
and Susan said hi, Big Steve. Big Steve said,
do you
Rosanna, I
think?
hope you had a good day, Big Steve. Oh, that's a nice chair.
It's purple. Ain't it pretty?
It is.
It rotates.
Big Steve
That's my
says,
little.
hi, Animal Papa.
Fits me pretty well, don't it?
It looks like a comfortable chair.
It's not really nothing you'd want to sleep in. I mean, the headrest is kind of missing, but that's all right. Can you hear it make noise?
A little bit. Big Steve, Luna is protesting. She's over in the Lazy Boy.
Why'd you make Luna mad?
Oh, she gets tired of me talking when I'm not talking to her, you know. Luna, want a treat? Luna. Oh no, she's not even moving. Susan said, I like Hometown Buffet. We used to have one in Madison. It closed.
You ever heard of oh God, what was the name of that movie? The Doors. Have you ever seen that movie?
The what?
The Doors movie. Have you ever seen that?
I have. Good movie.
One of my favorite parts in that movie is when Jim Morrison, or when they were on the Ed Sullivan show, Ed Sullivan lost it because they said the word they weren't supposed to, and he said, "You'll never play for the Ed Sullivan again. Get the heck off my show."
Yeah, I remember that.
He lit
Boxers are beautiful dog ankles. Hey, Scrapper D, how you doing?
Ed Sullivan though. He lit into Jim Morrison. Whew, he was ticked. And then Jim Morrison said, "Oh, we don't care."
Animal Papa, your daughter just said I'm 345 away from me. That's cool. Susan said Auburn has Wendy's and Krispy Kreme. Yeah, that's the Krispy Kreme I was talking about. That's the only Krispy Kreme, Susan.
What's a
Animal
Krispy
Papa
Kreme?
said hi, Scrapper D. Scrapper D said hi, Animal. Mike says, I have to run. We'll catch you later. All right, thanks, Mike, for coming in, man. Bless you.
What's a
Much
Krispy
love,
Kreme?
brother. Animal Papa said, great movie. It was. Another good one is they have it on Netflix. It's called The Story of the Eagles.
Oh, that's a great movie. I need to get to see that.
It's more of a documentary. It's got all
Mhm.
the band members in it.
I've seen the documentary of Chicago.
Mike said good night, Mason.
Night, Mike.
You take care, Mike. Animal Papa said take care.
I've got
But
an
I
uncle
do-
named Mike.
I do like that. There's Atlanta. Hello, Atlanta.
Hi,
How are you doing, hon?
I'm good. I'm disappointed.
In what?
Well, I ordered pizza in the South and it stinks. I just gave it to my neighbor. It's just awful. It's not like back home.
I didn't hear the first part.
I ordered pizza
Yeah.
down here and it's just not like New York style or up north. It's terrible.
You know, I've never had New York style. I have had Chicago.
Yeah, it's something to do with the water down here. It just doesn't taste the same.
Animal Papa said Newfoundland family, you're in Canada. Rosanna said Susan, Auburn. I used to go to Lewiston and Auburn to doctor. English family said New Hampshire. Rosanna said hi, Alana.
Hi.
An-
Hey,
Animal
Alana,
Papa said hi, Alana. Scrapper D said hi, Alana.
look at my hat.
Oh, cool.
So. Luna So-So's on here. Luna. Well, she's protesting.
He must be licking his paw or something. He must have got it hurt. He's been licking it for like 2 days. Where is everybody tonight?
Terry keeps lagging.
Yeah, Terry's computer crashed.
Oh,
Animal Papa said, yes, New York water makes the pizza. You're from New York, Alana?
yeah. Now I'm in North Carolina, but I don't know if I want to stay here anymore. I'm getting a little bit tired of the people down here. But New Yorkers are really rude too. Right, So-So?
Oh, there's So such a good boy.
We love him so much.
I gotta get me a cat.
And you know what? Is it because I know in California, I can't speak about New Yorkers, but in California, people were just afraid to talk to each other, you know?
Well, I'll tell you, I've been out of New York for 4 years, and when I went to New Jersey a couple of months ago, and I realized how nasty people actually are in New York. But I will tell you, the reason why I wanted to go back to New York is because I'm so tired of people criticizing the way I talk, and a lot of Southern people don't like Yankees.
Oh, when I visited Mississippi, and
Oh, that's the deep South.
squeezed me,
What did they call you?
the food from the South is great, though.
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I'd rather have New York food, dirty water in it, polluted.
I've gone to England once and they've called me a wanker.
A what?
I've been to England once and they weren't too happy with me.
What are you
'Cause
wearing?
This England hat.
Oh man.
English family is from White Mountain in New Hampshire.
Yeah, you know what people over in England call
Hey,
me for
Dalton
wearing this
Maltor,
hat?
welcome. You have 7 cats? Cool.
Grandpa.
Dennis said, Papa, I'm from Connecticut, Rhode Island, Maine. My dad was from New York. They do have the best pizza and bagels. Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yes, definitely. I just ordered, it's supposed to be a pepperoni pizza, or I don't know what it was. And then I ordered a calzone, and I just gave it to my neighbor who doesn't really know better. To him, it's good because they used to Pizza Hut and Little Caesars down here. So he thinks it's like a delicacy. I'm like, here, take it.
I used to get some good calzone when I lived in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa.
Sorry to hear that, Dalton. Susan said yes, they get jealous very easy.
Wait, where'd I go?
Animal Papa wants to know where your dad was from, Rosanna.
Take his hat off. I'm hot.
Well, I know one thing, Alana. When I went through New York, the driving reminded me too much of Los Angeles.
Yeah. I've never been to Los Angeles, but my neighbor, he used to live there. He said he liked it, but he likes the country better. I think, I think a lot of the adapting to the South is because I didn't move here until I was like 41 years old. But I mean, there'll never be any place like home, no matter where you're from. It's a much better lifestyle down here. I mean, for the most part, people are nicer, but some country folks, no offense if there's some country folks out here, some of them they don't like you. They just don't like anywhere. Like racism or just stereotyping. I'm nice, but I gotta tell you, I mean, I'll be nice, but if you push me back into a corner, I'm definitely gonna fight back. If I had, when I was, what?
I gotta show you something.
I loved it in upstate New York, Alana.
What?
I loved it in upstate New York.
Yeah, it's nice upstate New York. Yep.
Around Lake Placid.
Yep. 1980 Olympics, right?
I saw the ski jump.
Wow. I still have that poster from when I was a kid. My dad had it in the basement because I was 6 years old then, but I still have it. You know what? The next live, I'll dig it out of the chest and I'll let you see it.
That's cool.
Here's
Yeah,
all the
I stayed
magnets
in
my
a,
aunt collected.
oh, that's cool. I stayed in a place called Saranac Lake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was from Brooklyn and Staten Island, but I did go upstate a few times, but that's more proper New York. Like it's so funny because the people that come from like Lake Placid and Syracuse and Buffalo, they have a different accent than me and they actually sound more polite than me.
Where's
But
Georgia?
there's a couple of words now like I have to stop myself because I don't say them like I used to. Like the other day, a girl's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Normally it would be New York." Now it was like New York, New York, New York, you know? It's like crazy. So I called up my friend who lives in Brooklyn. I'm like, we got to talk for like an hour. She's like, why? I'm like, because I'm starting to sound different. So
It says
I'm
here
actually going to go home for
the Sooner
Christmas. So when I
State.
go home for Christmas, I'll come back and I'll sound really bad.
Rosanna said 125th Street. Not sure the area is called. Dalton said hi. Hi, Dalton. Animal
What?
Pop got you, Rosanna.
125th Street in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Alana, you're sideways.
Um,
There you go.
Here's my bird.
Now I
did
can
she say
straighten my
the
neck
matter?
back up. So. Oh, you're so cute.
Is she talking about 125th, 125th Street in Brooklyn?
That would be for Rosanna. That's where her
Yeah.
dad was from.
Oh, okay. 120. I was in 892nd. Hold on, I'll give you exactly what 125th is. 125th. I think it's Park. It's not Park Slope. Hold on.
Animal Papa said he's from Dyer Heights.
Diker Heights. Diker Heights.
No, he spelled it Dyer. Rosanna said yes.
Well, there's a one. Wait. Hold on.
But here you go, Grandpa. Here's all the states my Aunt Sandy went to.
Yeah, I've seen those, Mason. That's cool.
Ain't that something?
It is.
Something I
Animal
never
Pop
thought I'd
said-
collect, but
Animal Pop said yeah.
you know how I collected these? How I got these?
Kings County. Kings County is where her dad was from. They have the Kings County Mall. It's nice.
I got these after she died, so.
Oh, well, that was nice that you could have something to remember her by. So, are you going to live in if you go back, are you going to live in a place that's got a lot of population?
Me?
Yeah.
Actually, if I moved back, I wouldn't go directly to New York. I'd go to New Jersey where my sister lives, and then I would just go back into New York to shop and stuff.
It's probably nice to have them close by.
Yeah,
One
I
place
kind
I
of
wanna
miss
go
like
to is
rolling out
Nevada.
of bed and being able to go wherever I want. I'm sorry, Mason. What?
One place I'd like to go to sometime is Indiana and Kansas. I've already been there once.
Where do you live? Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're real like that's the Midwest. You like
I'm
it there?
from what, Iowa?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Is it
We're good.
boring?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you have lots
kinda
of
want-
What?
I kind of want to go to Texas.
Oh, go live with Terry.
Yeah, it's probably
Animal-
hot down there.
Animal Papa said 125 is probably Manhattan.
Well, no, that's Harlem, Manhattan, but also 125th. It's Kings Highway. That's what it says here. Let's see.
Grandpa, did you know you're hitting 2 hours and 50 minutes?
Yep, cool. Dalton said I'm from South Louisiana, so I don't got no idea what y'all are talking about. Well, I've been to New Orleans, Dalton. Some wonderful food.
I like the way people from Louisiana talk. They have like a really cool accent.
And
He's
I
probably
was,
saying, I have the accent. Listen to you, right?
yeah, you know what a change that was. I left Louisiana and Mississippi and drove 17 hours back to Maine and came into a storm in New Hampshire and 4 foot of snow at the end of the driveway when I got home.
Jeez. I just, you know what it is? I don't know. I know that New York people can be rude, but for some reason, like, I just don't feel comfortable down here. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with the people now, but you know how it is when you're home, you're home. Like, home is home no matter where it is.
Yeah, Rosanna said, I remember him saying it was rough there. He was born in 1934.
In, is she Diker? No, 125th, right? Yeah, well, actually, believe it or not, in 1934, Brooklyn was probably a lot nicer than it is today, but
Dalton said, LOL, yeah. Y'all, I got the accent.
there's a lot of...
I like the Southern accent.
You know what, though? It's funny because now that I live out of New York City, it's amazing how even... Okay, so down here... in New York, we'll say, "Hey, you guys, you coming back?" And down here, they say, "Y'all." Okay, so down like where I come from, we'll say a
Here
car
comes my
accident.
noisy neighbor.
They say a wreck.
Diesel truck.
We call it the police. They call it the law. My neighbor was like, "I gotta call the law." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I have to call the law. Somebody broke into my car." And I'm like, "You mean the cops?" He goes, "Yeah." Who knows?
Rosanna said West Coast is not really friendly. Susan said Newfoundland or North Conway, about an hour and a half from me. Yep. Animal Papa said I'm from Diker Heights.
You're there now in Diker Heights?
You know, I have to say now that I think about it, because I've been to Chicago and I've been to LA, and you know, I think most any city that has millions of people, there's also millions of attitudes, you know.
I just, this is when I was at work the other day. One of the people that I work with, they made a comment. They're like, "That's some Alabama accent you have," and I was just like, you know what, this guy's really rubbing me the wrong way. And I'm like, you know what, that's not funny. He's like, "Well, I thought it was." I'm like, no. I don't know. People are just stupid sometimes.
You know, I found the people in Mississippi and in Louisiana very, very friendly.
Well, there's good and bad in every place, but
yeah.
I
have to say that, you know, it's mostly the big cities where the worst attitudes come from.
Absolutely.
You know, in LA, you'd walk down the street and you wouldn't make eye contact with people, and the crazy people would come up and get right in your face and tell you things that didn't make any sense whatsoever.
How long did you live there for?
I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah, I never lived anywhere else but New York, and then I just came down here, and it's not too country, it's not too city, so the adjustment at that age was okay, whereas 10 years ago, I never would have been able to do it. But I was talking to a friend of mine that still lives in Brooklyn, and he was just talking about how today the mayor and de Blasio, how they're saying now they're letting early prisoners out, like the ones that are on work release. And what they're doing is they're giving them free Yankee tickets to get them back into the community. And I sat back and said, you know what? I'm so glad I'm not living there anymore. Why does a felon or somebody who did time going to get out of jail and get $100 Yankee tickets just to get them back in society to rob them? I mean, that's crazy, right?
Alana, don't get me going on that. Lately, New York and California is in competition to see who can do the most retarded thing. You know?
I mean, so you heard
Grandpa.
about that, right?
Uh
You heard about that?
no, I heard about them releasing people early. I didn't hear about the rest of it.
Well, the ones that, well, this was on the news today, and I didn't believe my friend, so I had him send me the clip. If you're going to be released from prison from, I think it's March of 2020 in the state of New York until August or October of 2020, you can get free Yankee tickets. So they can integrate these assholes back into community. It's more like, no, let's see who they can rob or rape and beat up. So it's, to me, that's ridiculous. I'd like a pair of Yankee tickets.
Well, you know what is really you must have some problem when you're in New York because you don't have an attitude like most people there.
No, I'm not. Actually, I'm pretty humble. I mean, if you back me into a corner, yeah, watch out. But I'm actually nice. I mean,
Well, most people are like de Blasio there, where they want to give, and you know they're like that here in Maine now. Maine's a sanctuary state now.
oh God. Well, let me tell you. Did you hear about that? The case that's been going on for a while in New York, where they killed that guy. I can't think of his name. He was selling cigarettes down by the ferry. I think 3 EMT, 4 cops, they all got fired because they put him in a chokehold, and they did kill him. And what happened was everybody else resigned except for this one cop who actually had gotten written up a couple of times prior to that incident. So a black judge comes out like 2 months ago and says, I want this guy fired. So all of a sudden they just fire him. So now the police commissioner in New York, he stepped down because he was getting so much slack about it. But de Blasio, you know what? Yeah, we could open up a can of worms here. So, but I'm so sick and tired of people.
Oh, English family, good night. Thank you, bless you. Yeah, you know, and I see that on YouTube all the time, Alana, where cops go in to serve a felony warrant, and people are spitting on them and throwing water on them. You know that happened in Baltimore about 6-7 months ago, where they were saying the cops were using excessive force and this and that. So the cops stayed away from there.
Really?
And it weren't a week later, they were complaining, well, you got to come back and help us. You know, you can't have it both ways.
So yeah, that's what I mean too. And about 2 months ago, actually right where my friend lived, this African American woman, she called the cops because her boyfriend was beating the crap out of her, ready to kill her. The cops show up, he starts firing at them, shoots one of the cops in the hands. She actually fired back and killed him. So now the perp's girlfriend, the one who called the cops on him, started screaming, you killed my boyfriend, you killed my boyfriend, all you cops are killers. So I was thinking, here we go again. But she got off because she was, self-defense. But I don't know.
Well, you know, I have to say, just like every other walk of life, are there bad police? Yes. There's bad doctors, but you don't see people on the 6 o'clock news protesting them, you know?
Yeah. Honestly, if I was a cop, which I would never be because I give cops credit, but like you said, there are some bad apples in the bunch. If somebody's going to shoot at me, I'm going to shoot them back. Actually, if somebody shot at me now when I had a gun, I would shoot them back too. I don't know. Society.
Yeah, I'm having some problems.
And, you know, everything,
Is that a naked
you know,
girl behind your head?
Yeah.
no, she has clothes on.
Oh, jeez. Well, he is 19.
I've been having some issues with my.
You know what? When I
girlfriend
was his age,
breaking up with me.
there would have been a Farrah Fawcett poster behind me.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah.
You remember that one of her with the bathing suit?
Yeah.
Who?
And Bo Derek, right?
Fawcett.
How about Marilyn Monroe?
What
She
about
was
Bo
a beautiful
Derek?
lady.
Bo Derek, Grandpa?
Excuse me?
Bo Derek?
Oh, Bo's a beautiful lady too.
What about Marilyn?
Marilyn's a beautiful lady.
Well, I like men, so I really can't comment. But yeah, Farrah Fawcett was pretty.
You know, and that, geez, the animal, the not the animal, the alphabet group there. My goodness, don't I get tired of hearing about that?
What group?
The alphabet group,
What's that?
the LGBTQ.
Oh yeah. I can't.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
know.
I'll tell you right now, women should be out there protesting, but not for the things. They're out there protesting for women's rights, and there's been a transgender male in 3 different sports that have broken every record that women have set.
Wow.
The latest one
Well,
was
you know what?
bicycling.
If somebody wants to be like transgender or they want to change their
3
sex, you know,
hours, 35
That's their
seconds.
business.
right. More power to you. That's all I gotta say. But don't come my way thinking you're gonna
Well-
get a date.
Well, you know, I don't make up the rules, but I don't care how many pills you take. If you are born a man, you are physically stronger. Period.
Yeah,
It's just the
absolutely.
way we were made up genetically.
So I went to, speaking of like transgender and stuff or whatnot, I went to the drive-through at, I think it was Wendy's or McDonald's, and when I was placing my order, I'm like, wow, this woman is so nice. Like, and because when I go to the drive-through at Wendy's, I'm a pain in the neck because I like the grilled chicken fillet, but I want it plain. And then I want you to add pickles on it, ketchup, and maybe sometimes onion and bacon. So she's like, sure, sure, sure. I turn around, Grandpa. I get there. She was the prettiest, I guess, shim, I guess. God forgive me. It was a man, but I called it a shim because it's a she wannabe and a him. Beautiful eyelashes, but you could tell because she had facial hair and you could tell by her hands. But I was like, okay, whatever. But thanks. Have a great day. She was nice though.
Well, you know, like I said, I'm really surprised that women are so okay with that because I mean, it took them 200 years to be able to vote in this country.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? I will tell you this, like back when my mom was married and probably your parents too, 60s and 70s, women wanted to, have their rights. They wanted to work, they wanted to vote. Now that they have it, all they do is bitch and complain. I have to work, I have to keep my husband up, or he's and I'm like, well, you kind of wanted, you kind of got what you wanted. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I know it reminds me of so many of the policies that they come along with now. You know, they invite the wolves into the hen house and then want to complain because they're eating the chickens.
Yeah, like I said, I grew up in the era where, when I wanted a pair of roller skates at 15, my dad was like, well, go where you like to eat, McDonald's, and get a job. And ever since then I've worked. So I don't think I've even had one. I mean, I was never married. My fiance had passed away in 9/11, but I'll tell you this right now. I don't think I ever even had a guy pay my phone bill. And a lot of my friends are like, what? And I'm like, no, I always pay my own bills. Whereas a lot of women, they are gold diggers. Sorry. They will try to get stuff from men. They'll be like, oh, can you pay my phone bill? And I have a couple of friends like that. They go on the internet, they go on all these dating apps, and they're looking for somebody to pay their bills. So I don't know. But it'll be a cold day in hell when I pay any man's bills. That's for sure.
Hey, Grandpa, can I say this?
Huh?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Like my dad always says, he says if you don't like what you do, you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out.
Well, if are you talking about where you're living?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that may be the case.
Oh, your father says that to you? Wait, how old are you?
19.
Do you work?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
Coffee shop.
Oh, okay. You go to college?
No.
All right. Well, are you thinking about getting a trade or something?
No.
Well, you might want to think about that because you might be going out that window then. Well, if you were my son, your ass would be in college or working a full-time job. That's for sure. Sorry, Mason. Tough love.
But just to make it clear with any far left liberal out there that might be listening, I don't have a problem with what you do. That's between you and God, okay? I'm not here to judge you. But my problem is that you expect me to accept your lifestyle. Well, then you know what? You have to accept the fact that I may not agree with it.
Yeah.
That's my right. If
Yeah.
I don't agree with it, it doesn't make me a bad person. I'll still shake your hand and be friendly with you, but I don't have to agree with what you do.
No, right. You know, well, also too, you have a gay dog too, Grandpa, so you're all right.
I know, huh? I
I
know
said you have. She's a
she's
lesbian.
she's an Asian lesbian.
Oh, that's great. So you're not getting a girlfriend.
Well, she's okay with the boy dogs until they try to get up on her back, and then wow, then the bitch comes out, you know.
It's funny because I took So to my excuse me, to my neighbor's house, and he's got two little like small dogs. I think together they don't even, amount to So's body weight. So one's a male, one's a female. So was trying to jump all over her, and So's fixed too, but then the other one started. I'm like, all right, So, time to go home. So
No, Rosanna said, yes, Alana, they say equality, but they still want to be taken care of. Well, yeah, let me comment on that.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I've seen women want to come up and think it's okay to double up their fist and then bust you in the face. And if you put your hands on them, then, oh, you're a man touching a woman. Well, you know what? My dad always said, never hit a lady. And
Well,
I don't believe it's any more right for a woman to hit a man than it is for a man to hit a woman. Myself, personally, I would turn around and walk away because I know that would piss her off even more, you know?
Yep.
Now, the other thing I wanted to say is
I dropped you.
we got dropped. That one made me dizzy. Animal Papa said yes, they want the new way when it works for them, and the old-fashioned way when it works for them. Rosanna, whatever. Yeah, very true. Well, let me tell you about one in particular that I ran into a bar one night. I mean, this woman, let's just say she was very well endowed to the point where they were pushed up, and the only thing you couldn't see was her nipples, right? And I'm talking with her, and the first words that come out of her mouth was, "My eyes are up here. Why aren't you looking at my eyes?" And I said, "Well, girl, if your eyes were bulging out of your head like your chest is bulging out, I'd be looking at your eyes, you know." If you don't want people to look at your breast, don't stick them out till you do.
Yeah. I had I'm not friends with her anymore, but when you were saying about a woman putting her hands on a man, I'll tell you, I never saw anything like this. And when I did, it horrified me. So I used to be friends with this girl. Like, I knew something was off, but everybody has something off about them. But I should have really watched the red flags. So
Alana, you're sideways again.
is that better?
There you go. Exactly, Rosanna. Don't go out of your way to make your breasts look bigger if you don't want someone to look at them.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't go to Old Orchard Beach wearing a thong if you don't want someone looking at you. You're supposed to turn your head?
Shoot. Darn it.
Not me. I'll say something to start the conversation, and not necessarily in a good way. There's little Luna.
Hi, Luna. I used to be
Oh.
friends with this girl. She, I didn't believe it. Like I saw red flags, but I never thought that I would witness this. And when I did, I was like kind of horrified. So she had actually had 2 kids out of wedlock, which is fine. Then she meets this really nice guy that takes her and her 2 kids in. Then they have 3 kids of their own. But prior to them getting married, well, no, they got married. Before they had the new kids, he was helping her raise her 2 kids. So I go to the house and he comes home and he's like, "Hi, such and such. It was such a good day." She gets, Grandpa, she gets up from the table and punched him right in the face.
What? Why would he do that?
She was mad that he came home late from working like 13 hours and she assaulted him. And I was just like, I cannot be friends with this girl anymore. So I was like, okay, well, are you okay, Mike? And he was like, yeah, I'm all right. And I guess it's happened before. And then after that, we didn't talk anymore. I was like, oh no. I knew she had kind of like anger issues, but when she belted her husband like that, I was like, I'm out of here.
Yep, I agree with you there, Animal Papa. You know, and more parents need to do that. You see little girls here in Maine, 8, 9 years old, wearing makeup.
I think I wore makeup about 20 days in my whole life. No, maybe 30. I probably need it more now that I'm older, but
You know, with me, if you don't want me looking, don't be showing. I'm not gonna turn my head and get all uncomfortable and go out of my way to stare in your face because I don't want you to say something but look at your breast, you know. Oh, Luna.
oh, well, Grandpa and Mason and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm tired.
Well, no, I think I'm going to call it a night as well. I've been on here 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh my
Well,
God.
that's good. All right. Well, I'll see
I
you
bet
guys on Tuesday. God bless.
All right. Well, thank you so very much, both of you, for coming in. Much love to each and every one of you. Mason, Alana, Rosanna, Animal Papa, Susan,
Terry.
Good night.
everybody in the stream. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Night.
Everybody have a great night. Much love to you.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye. Love you too, Rosanna. And I agree. Don't make your children look like grown women because unfortunately there's people out there that will take advantage of that. Take care, Animal Papa. Bye, everybody. And God bless.